Okay, guys, welcome to what's today's date? No, this is for the 17th of December. Um, I was watching the video from last night and it actually looked like that the quality was playing only out of the left speaker. So sorry about that if you guys watched that. But it should be fixed by today. So let's get to some other cards. Oh, one thing I wanted to show you guys was the reason I don't talk about Charizard on this channel that much. When looking at some of the sales data from yesterday, and let me show you why real quick. I don't really talk about him that much, bro. He's everywhere. You know, it gets boring talking about him. Like we know he sells. Like look at this. It starts to get crazy. Like I just don't care about him anymore. There's so much of him on the market, so much. Like look at that. That's not that's it's whatever. Um, is he overrated? In my opinion, yes. But he's also a good investment. He sells. He sells. He sells. He sells. High supply, high demand with him. He's in a very weird spot. Um, I have a collection of Charizards as well. Not saying I don't, but I don't know. For these type of videos, I try to talk about other things besides him and Watsy. You know. Um, but yeah, let's get to it. I got a lot happening tomorrow. Um, it's kind of hard making these videos at night because I want to make sure I get all the data from the day before, you know. And tomorrow I got a deal going on for Shiny Star V. I need to pick up, and as well have a card show going on tomorrow. So should be fun. Have to get there around 9, wake up around 8 to get ready for everything. So yeah, try to make this one shorter than the one last night because that one went on for 30 minutes, I think, which isn't too bad, but um, kind of want to make these videos shorter for YouTube. Yeah, let's get into it. So this guy right here sold today a Typhlosion lottery promo. Um, did some research on these guys. This artwork is actually not just for the Japanese cards. These cards were also printed in English. But what makes these cards super interesting is that these were hollows, one, and two, they're technically trophy cards slash prize cards because you had to win these in a lottery type system. Um, I have two examples here that I actually sold. Was the Typhlosion and the Shiny Deoxys, both lotto cards. This one sold for 500. This one sold for $1,000. Um, but yeah, you can actually come up to Bulbapedia and get more information on this. I'll always have links, you know, in the description to find this type of stuff. Um, Long story short, though, like it says right here, it was reprinted with a Cosmo Hollow foil because you can get the English card right here. And where was that? I was trying to show you guys. But yeah, you had to get it out of the starter triple get campaign, which required people to collect 3 proof of the purchase seals from the Pokemon e-starter decks, and then you had to send them to the Pokemon company through postcard. I said this in the video from last night as well. These cards with a story like this helps them out in the long run, in my opinion. Um, Also, with some of these cards, might be actually hard to grade if they came through the mail like that. So getting these in a PSA 10, very smart. I like these cards in my personal. I really do like these cards in my personal opinion. Even though they do share the same artwork, I like that they have that hollow pattern to give them that extra kick, you know, for investing. Lotto card, something really interesting to look into. On to the next one. I wanted to talk about ungraded cards for a sec. most ungraded cards you can get for a really good deal, but there's some that are so high end because in the PSA 10 they're just worth so much. I brought this one up. This guy in the PSA 10 is almost impossible to get, okay? TCA Gaming Rusty, he bought this card, I don't know, maybe a year ago. I can't remember exactly. For 10K, okay? I'll be honest with you, this card's not gonna get a PSA 10. I honestly don't think so. Even though this world's dope. Yeah. If you could, it's hard to see right here. There's like a line right here. I honestly think that would make it a PSA 9 or 8. It's in pretty good condition. It's pretty good, but as well, you can see these cuts up here as well, the whitening. Yeah, that's not a 10, but that's one thing you have to understand is you can actually invest in cards that aren't really graded. Maybe keep this in a binder. Me personally, I would grade it. I love grading most of my cards. But just because you have cards that aren't graded doesn't mean they'll not chase a premium. Something like this will, because people want to chase that PSA 10. People's like, what if I can get that 10? I could have 10K. I'm willing to spend 900 for that. So, and I also think as a buyer, I think it's fun to buy something like this and invest into. I didn't have plans to do this, but let's just see what a 9 would get you real quick. Just for the fun of it. I know I wanted to make these videos shorter, but I think this is some great. This is a 17, right? The T17, that's what they call it. What are we selling for it at 9 right about now? What are we selling for it at 9 right now? So for 5K in November, let's see something more recent. I was going to show you guys this later on tonight, but we'll bring it up now and we'll go back to it. A good way to check the actual price of cards is 130 point. Heads up for you guys new to eBay. You see a line through that. That means the best offer was accepted. So, how much did you sell for? Let's see. So yeah, if you see a line through the green, make sure that you use this website because you need to know the actual price. Let's see what we got. $990. See, okay. I brought this card to make a point that ungraded cards can give you that premium, but in my honest opinion, it wouldn't be worth it to grade. Not at that price. I guess maybe as a long-term investment. Maybe. Do you feel like you could put your money somewhere else? But if you're a fan of this card, if you want it, might be your best chance to grab onto it. But I don't know. I think for $200, I would just go ahead for the PSN 89. That's just me, though. You guys can do whatever you feel like. That's just my opinion. Yeah. Like I said, ungraded card. This guy sold it for $879. You know, as a buyer, I'd be hesitant about it. But yeah, something to look into. It's intriguing. This is why I do this, to see what people are buying, what people are willing to spend their money on. I love the black and white area. The black and white era. It's something that really got me into the games again. I'll talk about this because I have a special package coming in, and I'll talk more about that in the future. But dude, I honestly believe black and white is going to blow up next. I think black and white is heavily slept on right now. Because the people who are really behind black and white, they're probably maybe 18, 19, 20. They're still pretty young. But maybe even a little bit younger. No, I don't know. I was in high school when I played Black and White. I didn't care, bro. It was whatever. Um, but Reshiram's dope. I love this all white artwork for it to represent him, the Black and White era, legendary. Uh, got it in a PSA 10 for the price of 450. Man, I honestly don't think you can beat that. Um, these boxes aren't cheap by any means. So 450 for a card like that, something I'd look into. I love the Black and white era. Just let you guys know. Um, Talked about EXs the other night. Love EXs. Recently talked to a friend of mine who was telling me that these cards actually are pretty hard to grade. He was explaining that the lining of these cards right here, unless you see on the top and the sides, they have hollow on them as well. So like any little scratch, you guys know how it is trying to grade a hollow. You have to be so careful. So to invest in something like this in a tin, I say smart idea. I love Scizor. Scizor is dope. If you get a chance, look at the Scyther EX as well, because the Scyther EX is kind of on the right side, and Scizor's on the left side. So something cool to have inside your collection. Be great to sell together as a set or a lot. 610 for this card wasn't bad at all. EX are amazing. They're starting to go up. I always say this in my videos. If you see zero, be careful. Could mean it really didn't happen, but the bids look real, man. The bids look real. So these right here, I don't know about these right here. I look like some shield building, honestly. But then you have guys like this coming up. So yeah, always be careful with that. Next guy, CGC. Guys, there's nothing wrong with CGC. I'm using CGC right now. They're fast. Um, they're consistent with their grades. They do a good job with that. And in my opinion, right now, they're the best choice at this current moment. Like right now, guys, I'll probably get my cards back in about a week or two. And altogether, it's been about 30 days, 30 business days. And I'll be honest, that has felt like it's been forever. So I don't know how these guys are doing PSA and waiting 6 or 7 months for their cards. I can't do that. I want my cards. I want to hold them. I want to see them. These are my investments. These are my possessions. I paid them good money for. I can't have them off that long. So yeah, nothing wrong with CGC, nothing wrong with PSA, but in my opinion, CGC is where it's at now. We'll talk about CGC more in later videos, but just wanted to pull up another EX. I think EX is great. Like I said, it's hard to grade these guys. This one got a 9. Little bro texted me. He's also on this channel too. He runs this channel as well. But yeah, all 9s around, but even in a 9, this card's beautiful, man. Love this EX. I sold it for 550. Not bad at all. Not bad at all in a PSA 9. On to the next one. Like I said, I'm trying to get through this a lot quicker for you guys. Make these videos short but sweet, The Pokemon Center cards are very interesting to me. I put this one with the Venusaur because they're both CGC and they both sold for a pretty good price. $500. I actually did some research on the Pokemon Center cards, and let me see here. Yeah, I honestly thought this was the only one, but there seems to be 2 more. I haven't seen this one in a while. It's a promotion card. I usually don't like the English promos that much, to be completely honest, but I feel like something like this, if I'm not mistaken, this one right here. Yeah, this one was because of the Pokemon Center opening in New York right here, as we can see. So yeah, going back to anything that has a store, they usually do really well in this market. This card actually has a lot going for it. I like this card right here a lot. Has the Eevees of the Pokemon Center. It's a promo Japanese. look out for this card, but we're focusing on this card. Yeah, I think this card is dope. Has Chansey on it. PSA 8. I don't know what just happened. But I think I said this before last. I said this last night. But these cards that are kind of unique like this, the grade really doesn't matter. The grade doesn't hurt it. The grade can help it. It doesn't hurt it. Still sold for 500 in PSA 8. On to the next one. Ooh, here's a fun one. Yeah, we talked about Charizard early on. He's boring to talk about, in the market. But it's interesting. It seems like by just being connected to Zard, Charmander and Charmeleon do really well in the market. I feel like this card isn't hard to get. I feel like this is a common. No, it's a rare. I'm sorry, it's a rare. Okay, it's a rare. Correct myself. Has a nice hollow going for it. People love swirls. Swirls. People love swirls. I don't want to say they're overrated. I think they're cool, but they really do help an item sell if you have that, and something pretty cool to invest in too. But I brought up this card just because it's just another Charmander. But I'm starting to see in this market, the Gen 1 starters, they all do pretty well in other sets as well. It has that going for it. It's a hollow, it's a 10. It was in the EX era. We've talked about that before, how no one really cared that much for those cards. So selling at 450 is not bad. Oh, Charmander. Interesting, guys. Interesting. Look at this in the market real quick. I honestly thought a lot of the first edition stars would drop down in price, but they're doing pretty good. They're holding up pretty good. I didn't see that coming, but you just never know the market. This is why you have to do your research. I brought this guy up because last night we talked about Kyogre, and you guys know about the play promos. Can be considered trophy cards. Bro, if you got this with the Kyogre, that would be so sick. What I love about these cards as well. It's like the birthday Pikachu, where it's like your name. It's like, my name's Chris. Chris is Groudon, or whoever's Groudon. Makes you really connect to that card. Hollow's beautiful. It's a legendary. I would love to have that in my collection. Sold for 400. Not bad. Japanese as well. Love Japanese promos, guys. Best thing of 2020 in my honest opinion. Best things. And I mean that by, I feel like they're some of the smartest investments of 2020. Here's something interesting. One thing I've been hearing a lot from a lot of people in the market are rookie cards. The first ever. Which is such a sports thing, but it feels like it's starting to have a thing here in our market as well. I looked this up. Dude, first of all, seeing these things as a kid, I was like, what is this? What is this type? I remember being like elementary school seeing these. And I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. I've never seen cards like this before. This has a lot going for it. Super interesting. These were the first ever from Neo Genesis. I actually pulled it up. I couldn't find any other medals. It was 3 in the medal, the Steelix, and Skarmory. I forgot how to say his name. Skarmory. That's it. And even though these are in an 8, they're in a set together, which is great. They're the first of their kind, which is great. And altogether, it's over 350. I think personally this would be something great to have in your collection. Oh, this is something I've looked into. The sequential numbers. Sorry guys, I can't speak tonight. It's something I talked about last night when submitting your cards to PSA or CGC or whoever. make sure when you submit them, you put them in an order that would make sense to sell or to look good in the collection. 24, 25, 26. Hold on. Yeah. I think that's super cool to have. Even in an 8, I would love to have this in my collection. These has so much going for it. And for $350, that wasn't bad. That was not bad at all. Obviously, a 10s would have been better, but you're this dude right here in a 10, yeah, he ain't cheap. He is not cheap. On to the next one. Ooh. Here's another category I wanted to talk about. I've talked to a lot of guys about, guys, you're going to think this is a joke, but I'm serious. Being serious. We have a lot of weebs in our community. Nothing wrong with weebs, okay? And what do weebs love more than anything? Waifus. Bro, I have noticed that these waifu cards are starting to pick up like crazy. You guys are going to think I'm joking, but I see this all the time, man. Alicia right here, bro. She came out 2 years ago. Full art, beautiful full art, by the way. Love full art. Full arts. Sold for $350. Easy. I'm seeing this like crazy in the market. The new Marnie from Shining Star V. People love that card. People will continue to love that card. Yeah, man, dude, it's gonna sound crazy, but honestly, I would look into waifus because what I say, weeaboos love the waifus, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We're going through these pretty quick, but like I said, I want to make this quick for you guys. Here's another interesting thing. Like I said, I don't really talk about WotC that much. We know WotC's great, especially first edition. WotC also moves up and down a lot. I've been noticing. As well, especially unlimited. I actually don't like unlimited. Dude, I'm gonna sound picky, but I don't really like unlimited. I don't really like base set 2. I don't like a legendary collection. I definitely don't like XY evolutions. I'm tired of seeing the same artwork, honestly. But anyway, sorry, not to get about that. The reason I brought this card up, I was like, there's no way it's over 5K. That just seems way too high. So I brought up the 130 point again. I checked the data and it actually only sold for 2K. Guys, be careful. Look for stuff like this. You know what I mean? Because somebody can see this and they're like, oh, he bought it for 5K. I'll buy it for 5K. Whoever bought it was not for 5K. It was 2K. Yeah, so I just knew something was up. So this can be a very solid asset when you're looking into what to invest into. You know, Scyther's dope. I love this card. PSA 10 is great. 2K still a lot of money. Like 2K. Like I said, WotC's good, man. Especially first edition. But I just had a feeling that was a little bit too much for that card. Actually, a lot for that card. Yeah, guys. I got the last card for tonight. Which is these cards are slept on so much. The World Championship promos. I might have a couple coming my way, just to let you guys know. But guys, this card sold for $8.99. $8.99. You can buy this raw for $100. I've seen some good conditions online. So I'm not promising they're 10s, but I've seen some good conditions online. Given at the World Championships, these cards have great stories behind them. Kind of those trophy cards. I love these cards. And I think they'll go up steady, but you won't really see a retrace in them, if that makes sense. I wanted to show Scott's real quick. Scott has one of the oldest ones, SM Pratt. These got up for $1 mil, bro. $1 mil. Jeez. This guy has one up for 5K. These cards are picking up, but look, you can find a raw one for $59. We can just check to see if it's in any good condition or not real quick. It won't let let you zoom in. I like checking the back of cards anyway. Dude, I'll be completely honest. In my personal opinion, that card does not look bad at all. Wow. 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 What's that on? There's something on the... Hold on. Little something right here. Little something right there. But wow. I don't want to spend any more money, but that is not 59 bucks. Shh, don't tell anyone. Oh, my watch list is always full. That's dope. That is dope. That is dope. Could be a good deal. I'm not telling you what to buy. Don't listen to me. It's just something interesting to look into. Do your own research. But yeah, guys, that was the market from December 17th, 2020. Some of the most intriguing buys I saw for the day. I love doing this. This is fun. I'm gonna start posting this on E4. Maybe make my own section so you guys can find these videos a little bit easier. And I would love to discuss what you guys are seeing in the market that maybe I didn't see. And we could talk about all the cards we talked about up here tonight. I'm going to have more timestamps in my videos so you guys can find the sections that you guys like more if they're too long. And yeah, let's discuss about it, guys. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.